Hello everyone, this is Jess from J Rose Alchemic Art and welcome back to another video. In this one I am going to be preparing for my next convention, which is supposed to be QuadCon, and yeah, just getting ready for all of the prep work, you know, making sure we have all the stickers and clay items and everything available, actually setting up, and hopefully taking a walk around the convention center, which is really just a mall. But regardless, let's go ahead and get right started into all of the prep for it. Okay, so I do have my little clay earrings here. I actually need to assemble all of them, so we're gonna go ahead and do that really quickly. And I did try to just make a very brief little hole up at the top, so hopefully they can attach pretty easily, but we'll see how it goes. Oh! Handling these little pieces is always really hard when you haven't done it in a while. So let's flip around. Here we go. We'll have to close that off again. Or at least we'll close it off after we grab our actual earring design. I think for this one, I'll probably do this. And let's go ahead and do the same thing with the other piece here. I'm trying to get it open. And if you're ever unsure of what side to get, you can always pull up kind of the ball at the end here to be able to see. Here we go. Okay, after a lot of trial and error, finally got the earrings. There we go. So yeah, definitely cute. I don't know how many I will still be able to make because the convention is literally tomorrow. But I'll at least put these out, and if nothing else, they're fun to look at, so that's fine. But yeah, a fun time making them, difficult to assemble, but yeah, it takes a lot of time and effort to make, so that's okay. But I did end up finding a mirror at Target. It was like $5, if that. So if people would like to, you know, look at the earrings, if they want to get them and check them out, you know, when they are putting them on themselves and see if they actually like it, I'm gonna put that option out as well. But now I think I'm gonna get into finishing up. I have a couple more friends that I need to pack for the clay mystery bag, so I'm gonna start on that next. Just need to. Since I'm not really sure how these are gonna do anyway, I just made a couple, and I think that they are really fun and cute. But again, this is the first time I've done mini clay friend mystery bags, so I just don't know if people will be interested, if they'll even want it. They're only gonna be $5, but you know, just something cute and fun. So those are done. I think that's all I'll make for right now, at least. Hello, Buffy. he's very interested in the box here, but I went ahead and also did a quick inventory of all of my stickers and things. And yeah, these are the ones I have. Obviously a couple here, but these designs in particular only have like maybe 2 or 3. And usually these ones are actually really popular at my convention/shows, so I just feel like I'll probably go ahead. Hi, Buffy. Hello, did you want to say hi? Oh my goodness. Sorry. I just feel like if I make a couple extra, that'll probably be for the best in case people are interested. So that is probably what I'll be working on as well in a little bit here. This is the sticker progress so far. I've managed to cut and laminate quite a few things. I still have this pile that I need to laminate and cut again. And there's one sheet still that I also need to cut out. But honestly, going pretty well. I do have the rest of the things propped up here, Princey as well. So we have our sticker books. Under Princey is the plushie keychains. And here we have some of the like extra supplies that we need for just conventions in general or shows. I do have my prints, my sticker sheets, bookmarks, those sorts of things. Actually, I do need to put a mystery bag in here. I have that ready. And then I have my clay things propped up. I'm actually, this might be kind of crazy. I feel like I always do this. I'm gonna make like some really last minute clay designs and see if I can get them baked and glazed before the morning. But I'm not super optimistic. It's like 9:30 at night already, and I was gonna go tonight to start setting up, but it just didn't end up working out, so I'm gonna try and go early in the morning because the center where we're doing the convention, it opens up at 7:15, so I might try to get there around like 7:15, 7:30, get it all set up, and then show starts at 10 / maybe 9 because the mall opens at 9. But it's fine. We're fine. We're just gonna try to get everything ready in time. But yeah, super exciting stuff. Hello again, everyone. Coming back on. It's currently getting close to 11:30 at night, so I need to start heading to bed soon. Because we gotta be up early in the morning to get all set up. But finished up some new clay pieces, but I do have everything all kind of arranged and ready to go for the morning. I did add in a mirror. I didn't show it earlier, so I thought I'd show it off there. I still have a couple more stickers to cut, but I'm getting tired and I figure I can do it tomorrow, like while I'm waiting for people to show up if it's slow. So that's all there. And then I do have, pardon the mess, I do have these new clay pieces as well. I believe in the last video I was sculpting this guy, but I also saw one of the ghost Pokemons for Halloween and everything, and I was just like, oh, that'd be fun to make something like that out of clay. So tried to do that. I don't know if I necessarily got the perfect likeness, but it is really cute, so hopefully people still enjoy it at least. And then finished glazing these earrings because I realized I forgot to glaze them. But yeah, they're all glazing, or I just finished glazing them now, so they're actually still drying currently. But yeah, excited for the morning. I'm just gonna try to get as much sleep as I can before, yeah, whatever happens in the morning time. I might pack all this stuff up really quick actually. Probably leave out the clay stuff, but everything else will go in the car, so at least we're all good and ready to go. So I'll see you guys in the morning. Good morning, all. It is currently about 6:51 morning, day 1 of the con. So I have pretty much everything packed up in the car, but I'm just gonna pack up the last of the few items here. So it's the camera bag, just so I don't lose track of my camera. My clay items, actually I need to put the new ones in there as well. The cash box. I am bringing my iPad so I can hopefully edit this vlog, or the previous vlog, so it can go up tomorrow. And then my own bag, so just in case I need to run and grab anything. But yeah, I'm still a little nervous, excited, but I don't really know what to expect for this morning. So I guess I'm hoping today goes really well. But yeah, it's just always like that pre-con jitters, nervous, like you don't know how the day is gonna go, but you hope that it's okay. So yeah, we'll just go ahead and start getting ready to head over there. Back to the booth. And food has arrived, along with water. And a unpaid intern. Hello, apologies. I guess Prince wanted to join us for this last half of the video here. But yes, QuadCon has officially ended, obviously, and overall I had a really good time. I will say it is generally, like, this is the most consistent show that I've done in the, 2-ish years that I've done vending so far, and it's just always a good time. The actual event runners are always very sweet. They always make sure, like, all of their artists and their all their vendors that are there are always treated well and they have everything that they need, so I've never had a really big issue at any of the QuadCons that I've attended. I will say, for this one in particular, this was actually hosted inside of a mall, so as you can see when we were actually walking around the mall, they were kind of set up, all of the artists and vendors were set up throughout the mall space, which is really nice, because I think it gives people an opportunity, besides the fact that, it's a convention and people, might be looking for those specific things. There's also obviously a lot of mall goers that are there for the weekend, and it's just kind of like, oh, surprise, there's also a convention going on. So it's a good way to generate sales, and it's obviously free to attend, so it's kind of a nice way to, get more traction, hopefully more sales. Overall, I will say the actual table cost, if you brought your own tables, you can actually ask for a table to be brought for you, but the overall table cost is $65. I think it's an additional, oh my gosh, I'm sorry, hold on one second. Apologies, Princey wandered off on his own and decided to make a little bit of noise, so hopefully that wasn't too loud. But yeah, I think it's an extra $10 or $15 if you ask to bring tables. I've always just brought my own, so I've never had really an issue with it, but regardless, that option is also available to you if you need it. You can also ask for a bigger space, I believe, which again, not really a concern for me, so yeah, obviously the very first QuadCon that I did in the mall, I was actually out in the hallway, kind of like you saw, and it was by the Hot Topic, I believe. and you might have seen that in a previous video, but yeah, I would say that it went pretty well, and I've continued to do a couple events since then, and the last 2 that I've done, including this one, have been in an old Gap that was gutted. And initially when I first saw that, I was really nervous because I was like, oh my gosh, are people even going to be able to find this? Is it really visible? Will there actually be any sales at all? And thankfully, so far, I've honestly always had really good sales and a lot of people that come by. So overall, you know, appearances can be deceiving, and you never know what's going to happen until you actually try and do something. So now, this is obviously a very small convention. This is not something major like an actual, like, you know, anime expo or things like that. This is a very small show. So obviously with the smaller, you know, cost of the table, there's not necessarily going to be a big, you know, a lot of sales as well. Like, you're not going to be making thousands of dollars. But for me, this is perfect for me because I obviously brought all my stickers, all my clay items, things like that. So it always just works pretty well for me. Now, as far as like some of the best sellers, I will say for the most part, I have written everything down here in my book again. I would say for the most part, my biggest sellers were definitely like my stickers. I think actually in particular, my no face sticker sold out for sure on the first day, and then I sold like a couple more on the second day as well, so that's really awesome. And we sold a lot of clay items actually, which is super exciting, including some that were like larger clay pieces. I was really not expecting that, which just kind of warms my heart. But I did have 2 kind of random things that this has never really happened to me before at any craft market or convention or anything like that. Hold on. So yes, sorry about that. Again, Prince is having fun playing right now. Anyway, so I did sell quite a few of my larger clay pieces. However, there were 2 kind of weird things that did happen during this show in particular. For one, I did have just a random couple that they both kind of walked by the table and they looked at my table, just kind of was like, ew, no, and then just kind of kept walking. It's not really a big deal. I know my stuff isn't for everyone, but it was just kind of a, you know, the one woman walked by the table, said that, and then went about her way. And then I'm assuming it was her partner, husband, whatever it might have been, also did the same thing, and then also went about his way. So just kind of a random happenstance. Nothing that's really that major. It was just kind of a, oh, okay, well that's fine, and that's your opinion, and we'll just move on with our lives. So it was fine. And then I did have a very sweet couple, literally probably not even, 20 minutes afterwards. They were so kind, and thank you so much for buying, but they saw one of my larger clay pieces. It was the clay graveyard, like, crypt scene, and they're like, oh my gosh, that's going right on the mantle. And I'm like, oh, thank you. It was very sweet, and they actually bought that and a couple of stickers, I believe. And then I was packaging everything up and gave it to them, and they walked away. But then they came back like maybe a minute or 2 later, like, do you have a card? I'm like, no, I don't, because I forgot my business cards. That was the one thing I did forget. I managed to bring everything for the display setup. I was really proud of myself, but actually forgot the business card. So thank gosh I had still printed out and laminated my little QR code that I put on my table. So if anyone did want to like follow along or, check out the shop, they were able to do it right from their phone. So honestly, that was kind of a good thing. I almost feel like the QR code helped better because people could do it right then and there and were able to scan, follow me on Instagram, check out the shop, whatever they wanted to do. I think someone even followed me on Twitch, which is kind of exciting. I'll need to start streaming on there again. But yeah, so I would say even if you don't necessarily bring business cards, having a QR code is a really good way to, get people coming back to your business. So thank you for all those who followed me there as well. Another big thing, obviously, is that taxes are going to be coming up. Typically, within the state of Illinois, you do need to pay within at least 2 weeks of the event that you took place in. and you'll send off, you know, whatever taxes you accrued from your particular event. So thankfully the people who set up the event, I should say, are very good about making sure that they get the sheet to you very quickly, so that way you can obviously, you know, take care of your taxes right away. So that's always a good thing. Another thing that I did was, because I sold so many of my like larger clay pieces and just clay pieces in general on the first day, I did end up making a couple more and bringing them on to the second day. And surprisingly, you know, a lot of people were very interested in No Face and Calcifer. I did sell one of my Calcifers. He was kind of the derpy fireplace one, which was very sweet. Thank you so much to the couple that bought that. But I did sell him, so I decided to make the version of him where he's cooking all of the breakfast foods. And honestly, usually when I have those out, they sell very quickly, but it did not this past show, which that is totally fine. I understand, and you know, hopefully they'll sell at the next convention. I believe they will be holding another QuadCon in February at the same mall, so I'm hoping to also take place in that one. But regardless, we also had some very kind vendors that were around us as well. So to the left of me was a company, or really it was a small business for the person ran their own store of like games and cards and all sorts of things. So they were all very sweet actually, and especially when I was at the table by myself, they offered to like give me a slice of pizza that they had bought, you know, run to the bathroom if I needed to. I also offered, like, if they had to, it was really like a man and his daughter, and if he needed to walk off, he asked like if he could borrow the square reader that I had. So just a very nice population of vendors around us as well, which is always very good. Some other new things that I did actually bring to the convention. I did bring a couple of clay earrings, and I wasn't really sure if they would sell at all, but I did actually have a couple of pairs go, so that was really nice. And then I also brought some mini clay mystery bags, and those actually went really well. I think I sold all of them but one. So, and I brought 6. So honestly, I'd say that's a pretty darn good thing. But otherwise, yeah, overall I had a really good time. There were lots of keychains sold, mostly a lot of sticker deals, and even like one of my sticker books, so that's always exciting when someone buys a new one. But ultimately, I definitely think that I will be returning to this event, obviously, hopefully in February, and this will be interesting because I will be starting in my school. I'll starting my master's in January, so hopefully by the time February comes around, I'll be a little more settled and it'll be fine. But if not, then we'll figure it out, and hopefully the show still goes okay. I don't know that I'll have any other shows up until that point, just because, well, no, that's not true. Technically, I will have 2 one-day craft markets, one in November and one in December. But this is from the same, if you have seen some of my previous videos, this is from the same one-day market that I did before that did not have very many customers and very little sales. So I don't really know if I should count those. I guess I'm still setting up and, you know, doing all of the things for it. But I'm not too optimistic on how well sales will go or anything like that. So we'll see what happens. But other than that, I won't have any other conventions, at least until hopefully February, if we hear some good response from the vendors of QuadCon. Regardless, though, I am excited for a new year. I'll definitely be making a couple more holiday items to be bringing to my craft markets and also hopefully to the shop online. So if you're interested in that, make sure you follow along. But other than that, I think that this is all that I'll have for this one. I hope that you guys have enjoyed some of the prep work and seeing how things go behind the scenes before you even get to the convention. If you're interested in like how the artist sets up and kind of plans out all of their, you know, art, making prints, stickers, whatever else. But yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed this one. Feel free to continue to subscribe and see more videos if you enjoyed it. But if you have any other questions, feel free to also leave them in the comments. I am obviously, you know, still somewhat new and obviously not a very experienced, you know, big con
10D artist. But I can definitely help you with the small ones, hopefully. So feel free to leave any questions. If I can help you, I will definitely try to. But regardless, I hope that you all enjoyed this one, and I will see you all next time. Have a wonderful day.